Welcome to the Zodiac Spotlight on Twitchy Tuesdays. Today, we're exploring the fiery depths of Venus in Leo and the powerful energies of the upcoming 7-7 portal. Under our new format, we delve into lunations, stations, and ingresses, providing early insights categorized at either the Zodiac Spotlight series, which is what this is today, or the Chart Chronicle series. Our weekly cleaning out the broom closet and Twitchy tip have moved over to my other channel, Twitchy Tuesdays Live. I'll be going live sometime this weekend for the Twitchy week of July 9th through 15th. So make sure to head over there, subscribe, and hit the notify me button so you know when I go live. Let's get into our Zodiac Spotlight for today. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. For those that have been here before, thank you for joining me again. Today, we are actually going to start. I know we're getting out of maybe date sequential order, but we're actually going to start with Venus in Leo and end with the 7-7 portal. Venus in Leo, 'tis the season. She ingresses into Leo this July 11th. Look at the Seven of Cups coming up right away. 'Tis the season for doing what you know you want to do. Ain't nobody can tell you nothing. This is all for you. All of these dreams, all of these visions, all of these choices, all of the harvest that you're bringing in, all of the emotional security, wealth, management, beautifications, all of the things are here for you. And you know what you want to do with them. Again, ain't nobody can tell me nothing. That should be like the theme motto for Venus in Leo. I love the Seven of Cups. That card has been coming up a lot lately. With Venus in Leo, you'll see this high level of um loyalty. There's dramatization is a great word, and it's all around the things that are very Venusian. Loyalty to your dreams, your goals, who you are, standing on stage, your authentic self, dramatization of what all of these cups mean, what's filled within them. It's this energy of being boisterous. It's this energy of like taking things to the extreme in some ways. Um, but in a way that is heartfelt, it's compassionate, you're excited. Like, what is there not to be excited about with this Seven of Cups? What is there not to be excited about your life? And that's the energy that Venus, when getting into Leo, can bring in. Now, loyalty and dramatization, there are tenors to that. There are less desirable traits of loyalty and dramatization. There are highly favorable energetics with loyalty and dramatization. And those are the things that Venus and Leo needs to figure out and balance. But it will bring in that energy of, yes, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to get. This is what it is. Venus in Leo, whoop, here we go. Queen of Pentacles. Venus in Leo is also highly calculated. Calculated. You don't get to be a queen without having to like make some moves and being able to, even like, I love that there's this in this card, this Cruella de Vil sort of energy and vibe going. Now, I'm not speaking to the, 101 Dalmatians animated film back in the day that was brought out by Disney. I'm more speaking about the newer version of Cruella, the later one that happened just a few years ago, where there's this need to do things for purpose. There's this understanding, um even through the trials and tribulations, the traumas of life, there was still this need to create. There was still this need to be on stage. There was still this need to bring the authentic self into the world and show the world who you were, what you wanted, but in a way that's kind of like it was calculated. It was calculated. Um, that whole her whole entrance, all of her designs, they were all calculated. All Venus does is on purpose. There's this attractiveness to Venus. Going right back with that same thing about the same theme with Cruella, there's this attractiveness, how to be on stage. This is a great time. If one of these cups are motivating you, it's a great time to do a closet refresh when Venus is in Leo. Taking bold action with your hair, with your makeup, nails, any of those like aesthetics. Even the house, maybe making a bold color change on a wall or incorporating some new color. This is a great time to hone into those energies and, just see what comes up. More things with Venus and Leo that I want to hone in on before we talk. Oh, I got two things here. Um, before I talk about how this is tying into 2023 and her previous Leo journey last year. So, rawness, Eight of Swords. There is a rawness, an honesty, a compassion, a colorful tone, and a frankness of Venusian energy when, excuse me, Venus transits into Leo. And there's this ability to I'm gonna say like rub raw with the especially with this Eight of Swords here. Again, this is a very vulnerable position to be in. It's very yeah, it's like rubbing raw, either turning yourself a little raw, being a little bit more vulnerable with yourself, with your close confidants, friends, partners, etc., or kind of rubbing people raw and getting to the bottom of those that you love, of those that you share space with, of the relationships that you have. It's kind of like getting down to the nitty gritty of things, but it's done in such an honest and such a compassionate way. Venus, yes, there is a frankness to it, but the frankness comes from a place and space and doesn't tends not to get confused when it's brought out because it's like in your eyes, in what you see, in your five senses. You see in the other person's eyes that they're not trying to manipulate you, they're not trying to gain on you. You can feel more intuitively um about how people are taking their approaches with you, especially around relational people, people you work with, partners, spouses, family members, people that are in your close vicinity and circle. So, again, rawness, honesty, compassion from a very compassionate place, very colorful, very frank. The Knight of Pentacles. The last thing before we head into this past transit, which I do feel this Knight of Pentacles is bringing in, but watching how you project on others. This is even a little bit back to this Eight of Swords. Watch how you project on others. Watch how you take your experience and what you're going through and project that onto others. So I know I'm totally repeating myself. Hello. All right, we're going to close that off and we are going to work into the next part of this Venus in Leo conversation, which is bringing us back to last year. And what I love, so again, this Seven of Cups is our overarching energy. It was the first card out. Now take a look at these cards. So this is how they came out. And look at how in the middle is this Eight of Swords, this beautiful vulnerability, this beautiful moment of rawness. And we have the Queen of Pentacles that is facing the past, so heading back to 2023. And we have the Knight of Pentacles bringing in our future. So where we are right now. So let's talk about this Queen of Pentacles past. Again, all being heralded by the Seven of Cups. The Venus and Leo transit that we are going through this year, we are actually doing a check back from last year. What have we done since her retrograde journey last summer? Going back to this Cruella DeVille theme, Cruella DeVille, what did she learn on her journey? What did she accumulate? How did she let that affect her? How did she let that change her, etc., etc.? So she did spend obvious extended time in Leo last year. We had a beautiful, hot August summer with Venus retrograde in Leo. And that retrograde was really working on our brand. It was working on our definitions of joy. And it was shaking us out of where we are settling. This is not an action card, where we are settling, and to really get us into this Seven of Cups energy of be bigger, go bigger. All of these things you are worthy of. All of these things are available to you. Maybe at that time last year, we could only see 3 cups. Now we have 7. So we need to acknowledge, and here's where our current state, this Eight of Swords, come in, this rawness, this honesty with compassion, with frankness. We need to acknowledge that the vibe is different. There is a different flavor to Leo this year. Last year, Venus was all about the squares to Uranus, the squares to Jupiter, challenging us to grow. This year, we have an opposition to Pluto, a sextile to Jupiter, and a square to Uranus conjunct Algol, which won't occur in the month of July. That will actually happen on August 2nd at 26 degrees, 53 arc minutes, right before Venus heads into Virgo. So something here is coming back. Something is coming back. Something is tying back into this Queen of Pentacles conversation. Something with this Knight of Pentacles is having to analyze, having to acknowledge, having to review before continuing the next steps. And it is going to be all of Venus's journey in Leo is going to have this kind of uh, moving forward, looking back, making adjustments, all while being raw, honest, compassionate, and frank with ourselves. So, one of the images I did get was in thinking through this was the 2 movies that are completely like they're so onto opposite spectrums, but they're 2 of my favorites, Jason Bourne and Red, RED, which was Retired Extremely Dangerous. That was that fun one. Oh my God, I love that movie so much with Bruce Willis and then Jason Bourne, Matt Damon. Yeah, I hope I'm not. Yes. Anyways, Jason Bourne series, very popular. Okay. So the reason why these 2 stories came in is I get this vibe with this Venus and Leo transit that it's kind of like those stories where you left your assassin life behind, you left your Cruella DeVille life behind, and during that retrograde, and you knew that you had to get away from it, you wanted to become something more, maybe you were forced into it with all of those squares with Uranus and Jupiter. It was like complete shakeup, everything got broken down, and now here we are in this Eight of Swords moment where we realize that there's something else we need to take care of with Jason and RED. There's um, there's something else that occurred. There's something else that now has come up, which is bringing you back into that life. It's bringing you back into that life that you had had. But you see it again, coming back with this Eight of Swords, this Knight of Pentacles, you see it in a different way. There's more cups now. You see it in a different way. And you realize that, okay, yes, I've got to take care of these things, but I'm now doing it from a completely different perspective. I am taking a different approach. I am fighting for a different purpose. I have aligned into something different. And that is what is now coloring my decisions go forward. It's what is now allowing me to see these seven cups. Now, what you end up and what might be really surprising, which you see both with Born and RED, because like you have read two as well, you realize maybe bit of a bit of this might need to be there, right? Think back to this Cruella de Vil story. If it wasn't for the trials, tribulations, traumas that Cruella experienced, she would not have grown to become who she was in her artistic expression, the clothes that she chose to create. She might not have gotten there if it wasn't for the things that had occurred in the past, who she was in the past, the things that she had to do in the past. Same thing with Jason Bourne and Red. That is a piece of you. Jason Bourne would not have been able to complete that series the way he did if he didn't have the skills necessary to do so from his past. So there's this understanding here, especially with Pluto still in Aquarius, especially with the sextile to Jupiter, and more importantly, an additional square with Uranus and Algol there, which brings us back to the past, the wounds that we have, the triggers that we have. Um, it's part of who you are. So the question really becomes, Eight of Swords, be raw, honest, compassionate, and frank. Can you ever really leave who you were? The sextile to Jupiter will happen on July 21st at 12 degrees 31 arc minutes, which is the exact degree, not the exact arc minute, but the exact degree where she stationed direct last year. That occurred at 12/12 of Leo. So that is further anchoring in this review, further anchoring in all of these messages with all of the things that we are doing and how we're approaching everything. So, just to remind everyone, the 12/12, that was potent. It was important. It was a lot about holding the vision, trusting the process, start taking the steps that you need to take to restore balance, work on purpose, and overall take the steps you need for you. 12 is an energetic number that allows you to help, brings in that vibratory energy and support of focusing on your divine life purpose and also on your soul mission. It's related to your inner wisdom, your inner strength. And this is all from angelnumber.org, by the way. You have to use your wisdom and your sensitivity in order to achieve your goals. This rawness, this honesty, this compassion, and this frankness. And even color me crazy, color me divine, color me all the colors of the rainbow. How can we move forward? So, if you want to do a review of the 2023 retrograde transits, I will put a link to the 2023 Twitchy Tuesdays episodes that I did that talked about all of these in the description box or in the comments after this video. So again, question becomes we get what we want. We have all these choices. We have all these things: rawness, honesty, compassion, frankness, color yourself crazy. And the question, can you ever really leave who you are? All right, I'm going to put these cards back and we are going to get into this amazing 7-7 portal and talk all about that. Do I really want the tarot or so I have by the way, this was the Aquarian tarot that I was using, which obviously will be linked below as well. I have actually two decks here, the Starseed Oracle as well as the Work Your Light Oracle, since we're talking about portals, and we have Algol very present, which we'll discuss here in a second. Yeah, I'm going to leave the tarot out. They may want more information, but I think we're going to sit right into these oracle cards for this portal talk. Okay, let's get into it. So, if you're new to portal energy, the 7-7 portal and the 8-8 Lionsgate portal are significant events that tie together as a gateway to higher consciousness. You gain access to higher light codes, timelines, vibrations, truly opening yourself and the collective up to galactic energy. So, this is a level higher. These portals open up that gateway to receive the galactic vibrations versus maybe just like a personal planet working with you or whatnot. So, this is more galactic style energy. The 7-7 portal itself is an opening. It's the gateway. Opens on 7-7 and begins to work and connect with us individually, with us as a collective, and provides that steady influx of heightened spiritual awareness through the month. This alignment to the number 7 provides the vibratory assistance and support to gain more wisdom and psychic insight. And then we'll talk more as we get closer to the 8-8 portal about the energetics of the number 8 and what that portal really brings in. Before the 7-7 portal, there is a deep alignment into our spirituality, meditative practices, or ability to get deeper into meditation. Open yourself up to receive guidance, again that galactic guidance, and setting intentions for this month between the 7-7 and 8-8 portals as the portals begin to connect to each other and vibrate across. My visualization of it is the 7-7. Let me do this one. The 7-7 portal opens up here, and then actually let me use these. So the 7-7 portal opens up here and begins to send vibrations. The 8-8 portal opens up here and they vibrate with each other and then they come to a close. That's just how I visualize it. So both portals are viewed as opportunities to accelerate personal and spiritual growth, connect deeper with the galactic energies, and enhance one intuitive and psychic abilities. They are rich in the potential for starting new ventures. And when we get into August, boy, do we need some supportive energy because it is quite the intense astrological month. So again, getting into that galactic perspective versus the maybe playing around too much in the chaos of what's right here. So there's a lot of inner development that can happen. I can tell you personally, the 8-8 portal for my personal life over the last several years has been a very significant portal. There's always one thing that comes out of the 8-8 portal for me and personally and my own inner growth, my inner development, my business, depending upon, again, all of the alignments of all the other things and all the other energetics going on. But I know for myself, I always have a very potent 8-8 portal. Might be because I'm a Leo sun, don't know, but I've always enjoyed working with that energy. So I first want to, let's see, portal, starseed. Yes, let's do the portal work first. So we're going to start with the Work Your Light Oracle. I want to pull some cards before we begin to talk about Uranus and Algol and how they really tie into this portal and are going to provide a little bit of flavor into this 7-7 portal this year and even going forward. So, Work Your Light Oracle card. So what we want to know is, can you give us guidance in how we should be starting the portal on 7-7? You give us guidance and insight into how we should be opening this portal on 7-7. There we go. Woo! All right, well, that's like 8 cards. Thank you. 1 card. Here we go. Aha. All right, so starting the portal, we have Arama. Where are you being called to journey to? So let's get a little more details on here. All right, Arama. So this is an activation card. All right. Where are you being called to journey to? The Celtic word Imrama means a journey of the soul. If I am totally pronouncing that wrong, please let me know in the comments phonetically how you would say it. A voyage on which we don't know where we are going, but our soul knows the way. If you pulled this card, you are either being called on a soul journey or are already on one. It could be to a physical ancient place or metaphoric. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You are being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is to journey to the world's sacred sites, or called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie in the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. Delight. If a physical voyage isn't possible, journey through the portal of your heart or the portal of the galactic center. Follow the invisible soul portal of the 7-7. Follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred time or place, or perhaps you are being called to study an ancient lineage or body of work. Whatever your circumstances, your soul is ready to journey deep. So here we can hold the card to our heart. We can visualize this. I will say this for those out there. You can close your eyes, take a deep breath, inhale in, slowly exhale out, and repeat. May seeds of light long ago planted begin to rise. I am ready to remember ancient secrets from lands that my soul knows from times past. May I be held by the ancient lineages that my soul has served, and remember that I don't have to do it all alone. Whew. Beautiful, beautiful card for the 7-7 portal. How we get into this 7-7 portal. So this year, Uranus moves into the 26th degree of Taurus on this portal day. The universe is never so lazy for coincidences. Just remember that. This brings Uranus into a degree conjunction with Algol, which is going to amplify, color, add to the vibration of this Imrama. that we just talked about, this soul's journey, um, it's going to provide an additional vibratory energy to this portal. So this will happen, this exact when Uranus gets to the 26th degree, happens at 4:23 a.m. Central Standard Time. And the other colorful piece of this is Mars is just under 6 degrees away at that exact movement as Uranus gets into that 26th degree. Mars is Mars is at 20 degrees 32 arc minutes of Taurus. So just to level set, and we're going to get the Starseed Oracle out. Just to level set, Algol is a fixed binary star in the Perseus constellation, located at 26 degrees 30 arc minutes of Taurus, otherwise known as the third eye of the bull. I believe it's called the demon star as well. I don't align into that energy. Um, Algol is Medusa in the archetype. So I'm not going to go into the huge history of Medusa, her story, etc. We'll do maybe another episode. I'm kind of thinking about maybe playing around and doing a Twitchy Tuesdays live on 7/7 to really anchor in these energies. But for the purposes of this conversation, the Medusa is the archetype of Algol and speaks to primal energy, tragedy, betrayal, rage, retribution, and mirrors. Uranus and Algol will be doing this dance through 2025. And we'll have this exact conjunction occur 3 times between July and next year. I believe it's September of next year. Again, as we go forward, we'll get the exact dates. So the first meetup will be showing us the trajectory of how we are going to be taking this journey. We will see things show up. We will have perspective shifts, dispel myths that might be going on, hone in on truths, awaken lost powers, connect further to your authenticity. And that is all tied into the 7/7 portal, the connection to galactic truths. So that is, again, as the portal opens, as we begin to take this sacred journey, we have this color of Uranus conjunct Algol with Mars present happening at the same time. Before I get the Starseed Oracle card for this extra level of support and clarity, I just want to make you aware of additional dates during this portal block between the 7/7 and 8/8 is on 7:15 at 9:04 a.m. Central Time. That is when Mars will conjunct Uranus at 26 degrees 19 arc minutes of Taurus. I will be doing a future chart chronicles on that exact conjunction. And then again on 7:15, but a few hours later at 3:07 p.m. Central, Mars will conjunct Algol at 26 degrees 30 arc minutes of Taurus. And then 5 days later on 7:20 at 8 a.m. Central, Uranus's exact conjunction with Algol, the first, will occur at 26 degrees 30 arc minutes of Taurus. So, before we get on to closing out this episode with the Star Seed Oracle, connecting into the galactic energies and the amazing energies of our fixed stars in our system, what what is the guidance that you have or additional insights that you have for the 7/7 portal? Will Uranus will become in a degree conjunction with Algol? What is the additional insight or guidance that you have? Whoa. Okay. Well, again, if we could get one, please, one card for additional insight and well, that's not one, but it's three. So apparently that is what is needed. I am not here to, wow. Okay. Well, first off, we immediately get the portal card. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. Followed by that, we get the beautiful Seven Sisters. Birthing creations, tapestry of life, and expression. Again, tapping into that cosmic, that deep galactic, center. And then we have messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So let's get into some of these. These are all, I believe, might be in the same area. Okay, so wait, portal. 96. Okay, doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. The universe is saying, yes, you have the Midas touch. Telling you, 7, 7, and 8, 8 portals, y'all. Great things to work with. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It is also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. This is all that Uranus energy. Extreme transformation, Uranus conjunct Algol, can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. 7, 7 to 8, 8. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well earned fruits in a harvest year 2024. When this card comes up in a spread, it is a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into a new reality. Congratulations. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. Woo! All right. So, question if this card spoke to your soul, because that's how I am hearing it, is we have three different messages here because one of these cards will speak to your soul. So if this card is speaking to you, you are like, whoop, that is my card right there. The question and inquiry that you can begin to meditate on as this portal opens, as you begin to go on this new journey, is what would you most like to experience? All right, let's get to the next one, which is the Seven Sisters. Oh, look, right next door. Oh, nope, wrong. Almost next door. All right, the Seven Sisters. There are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to the creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness, and do your bit in weaving the web of life. This is the card of the artist and the midwife. You're being called to ponder questions. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place, excuse me. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stop seeing ourselves as artists, as creative, as poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is a part of your true nature. What a beautiful message, because Leo, one of Leo's key words, key themes going from 7, 7 to 8, 8 is creativity. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or a book, or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty into your home or in the way you cook. Regardless of the end result, you're being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that are both sacred and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into your everyday life or into everyday life. For where there's creativity, spirit and soul are present, and the world needs those qualities more now than ever before. So maybe that is the journey that you are going down if this was the card that was speaking to you. So, your question for this card: what new creations are you being called to birth? All right. And then we will end on this final card, the Messenger. Hold on. There we go. Okay. The Messenger. You're part of the lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetimes to the upliftment of the planet, to returning time and again to seed the light, the crystalline ones, the ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in, to honor both the sacred feminine and masculine, to usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Sirius. Often appearing as a shade of blue, they hold the frequency of pure love and are here to help the masculine and feminine exist in harmony, to ensure greater balance, to help us see that we're all connected and that the masculine and feminine energies exist within us all. You are being called to bring about this balance and harmony between the masculine and feminine, to be a guardian of harmony and balance on earth. Think of the whales traveling around the globe, sharing love through their healing vibrational song. Their unique notes send balance and harmony to every corner of the planet. A rebalancing of the masculine and feminine is occurring worldwide. It is a resurgence of the sacred within us all, a returning of the sacred union within, a rekindling of heaven and earth. You can begin to bring harmony and balance by creating it in your own life. The ripples will flow from there. You can honor and balance the sacred masculine and feminine energies within yourself and others. Maybe that is the journey that you are going on with this portal. So, your question, if this card was the one that spoke to you: how are you being called to bring harmony to your life or the planet? How are you being called to honor the sacred masculine and feminine within you? Woo! All right. Well, that does it for this Zodiac Spotlight. I ask now, if you are finding value in this information here today, that you hit the thumbs up or heart, subscribe, follow, and explore my other content. Twitchy Tuesday Live, again, is where you'll find cleaning out the broom closet and the twitchy tip of the week. May your days be filled with enchantment, your nights be guided by the stars, and your spirit forever be in tune with the cosmic dance. Keep those third eyes open, my fellow twitchy seekers, and until next time, blessed be and stay twitchy, y'all.
In the cosmic dance, where stars align, Milani guides us through signs divine, astrology secrets in the night sky, revealed in her sessions where mysteries lie. Twitchy Tuesdays, where the curious go. Tarot cards spread futures foretold.